Okay, here's a weird one for you. If you, accidentally swallowed a tiny Lego piece, you'd notice, right?
Definitely. Maybe some interesting times later, but yeah, you'd know.
Right. But what if I told you that right now you might be carrying around, I don't know, a small handful of plastic? We're talking maybe 7 grams
7 grams. Where?
in your brain.
Wow. Okay. That's not glitter from a party. That's deeply unsettling.
Exactly. And welcome everyone to the deep dive. Today, we're not just talking pollution out there somewhere. We're talking about microplastics and these things called forever chemicals inside us.
Right. Those lovely chemicals, things like PFAS, PFCs,
hmm
the synthetic stuff that once it gets in, it doesn't really leave. It actually binds to proteins, builds up. Bioaccumulation is the term.
They basically move in and, redecorate,
Yeah.
setting up shop permanently.
Pretty much. And that 7 grams number you mentioned, it's not just pulled out of thin air. The data shows the brain seems to grab onto these particles way more effectively than other organs.
How much more?
Like 7 to 30 times more than the liver or kidneys, which are supposed to be our filters.
7 to 30 times. Okay, that right there, that changes everything. This isn't just an environmental issue anymore, is it? This is like immediate health knowledge you need.
Absolutely. We need to know where it's coming from. And maybe more importantly, what can we actually do about it? How do we get this stuff out?
Let's start with the big picture problem first, because you can't talk plastic without talking about, well, the big recycling myth.
Ah, yes. The grand illusion.
It really is, isn't it? Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. If you've been super diligent, sorting your plastics, putting them in the blue bin, thinking, I'm doing my part,
Yeah.
well, prepare for a little heartbreak.
Or maybe a lot. It turns out a lot of that was, let's just say, a very effective marketing campaign.
Designed to make us feel okay about buying more plastic.
The numbers are pretty stark. Only about, 9%? 9% of all the plastic ever made has actually been recycled.
9%, that's tiny. So where does the other 91% go?
Well, some gets incinerated, which isn't great for the air, and a whole lot of it ends up in the ocean, breaking down into those very microparticles that then find their way, everywhere, including us.
And the really cynical part, industry documents basically showed they knew it wasn't really working on a large scale.
Right. They knew there wasn't really a viable market for mixed plastic recycling, and the infrastructure just wasn't there. It was never going to handle the volume.
So the recycling symbol was more about making us feel good, a psychological permission slip.
That seems to be a fair assessment, unfortunately. It gave the impression of a solution, so we wouldn't worry too much about consumption.
Okay, so we were kind of played.
Yeah.
That's depressing. Is there any good news on the horizon? Like anything at all?
There is. It sounds a bit sci-fi, but there's real research into things like microbes, fungi, even specific enzymes that can literally eat plastic. Break it down.
Plastic-eating microbes. Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff, but it's still very much in the R&D phase, Not ready for prime time just yet. So until our microbial cavalry arrives.
We need a plan B. What can we do right now?
Exactly. We need to focus on two things: avoiding as much new exposure as possible and cleaning up what's already inside, starting with the brain.
Okay, internal cleanup crew. I like it. How do we detox the brain?
Well, your brain actually has its own built-in cleaning system. It's called the glymphatic system. Think of it like maybe a dishwasher cycle that runs while you sleep.
A brain dishwasher. Okay, tell me more.
It basically uses cerebrospinal fluid to flush out metabolic waste, cellular junk, and potentially these tiny plastic invaders too.
That's amazing. So what turns this dishwasher on? What's the power button?
Sleep. But not just any sleep. High-quality deep sleep.
Ah, the deep sleep cycles. That's when it happens.
That's when it really kicks into high gear. During deep sleep, your brain cells actually shrink a little, opening up space between them. This lets the fluid flow through more easily and wash everything away.
So if you're consistently skimping on sleep, especially deep sleep,
You're essentially leaving the dirty dishes, or the plastic particles, sitting there. They accumulate.
wow. Okay, so step 1 is prioritize sleep. Like really prioritize it. 7, 8, 9 hours, whatever it takes to feel rested. That's non-negotiable.
Absolutely non-negotiable for brain detox.
What about a more aggressive clean, like a deep spring cleaning for the cells? I think I read something about autophagy.
Yes, autophagy. It literally means self-eating. It's your body's natural process for breaking down and recycling old, damaged, or toxic stuff within the cells. It's like a cellular demolition and recycling crew.
Sounds powerful. How do we switch that on?
Well, the most well-known trigger is fasting. When your body isn't busy processing incoming food for a significant period, it starts looking around for other fuel sources,
Mm.
and it starts cleaning house.
How long are we talking? Because fasting sounds intense.
Yeah, it can be. For significant autophagy, the kind that really gets into deep cleaning, you're looking at fasting for at least, say, 18 hours.
18 hours. Wow. Okay, that's a commitment. Might be tough for a lot of people's schedules.
It absolutely is a big commitment. But the idea is that even shorter, more consistent intermittent fasting windows, maybe 14 or 16 hours, can start to nudge the process along. The key is giving your body that break from constant digestion.
Okay, so maybe not jumping straight to 18 hours, but exploring something like a 14.10 or 16.8 schedule could still be beneficial for starting that cleanup.
Exactly. Consistency might be more practical than occasional extremism here. When the body isn't getting new fuel, it starts scavenging the old stuff.
Hmm.
That includes toxins.
Got it. So sleep for the nightly rinse cycle, fasting for the deeper clean. But what about protecting the cells while this is happening? These plastics and forever chemicals cause oxidative stress, right? Like cellular rust.
That's a great analogy. Yes, they do. They're inflammatory and cause damage. So while the cleanup crew is working, you also need to protect the structures. You need a really strong antioxidant defense system.
Okay, antioxidants. So it's the main player here.
The body's master antioxidant is glutathione. It's absolutely crucial for neutralizing these persistent chemicals and protecting cells from that oxidative stress.
Glutathione, right. Can we boost that naturally without just popping pills?
Definitely. Food is the foundation. Glutathione production needs sulfur. So you want to load up on sulfur-rich foods.
Like what?
Garlic, onions, shallots,
Yeah.
and all the cruciferous vegetables. Think broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Making those a daily staple is key.
Okay, eat your sulfur veggies. Got it. What if someone feels like they need more targeted support? Maybe they suspect a higher toxic load. Are there specific supplements that can help?
There are a few that consistently come up for supporting the liver's detox pathways. Because remember, the liver has to process what the brain flushes out. NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine, is a direct precursor. It helps your body make more glutathione.
Okay, NAC feeds the glutathione factory.
Exactly. And milk thistle is another one. It's well known for protecting liver cells and helping them regenerate. Supporting your liver function is really critical in this whole process.
Right. Sleep, fasting, sulfur foods, maybe some NAC and milk thistle for liver support. That's a solid internal strategy. Now, avoidance. We have to talk about stopping the stuff from getting in the first place.
This is the other half of the equation, and I bet almost everyone listening is unintentionally adding to their plastic load right now, just through everyday items.
Okay, challenge accepted. Let's see how many surprises we can uncover. Where do we start? Kitchen seems like ground zero. Water.
Water, absolutely. If you're on city water, you really need a good quality filter. A countertop one is good. A whole house unit is even better if you can swing it. Get those chemicals out before they even get into your glass.
Makes sense. What about food prep?
Okay, number one, immediate change. Plastic cutting boards, get rid of them now.
Seriously, why?
Every time you chop, slice, dice,
Yeah.
you're shaving off tiny plastic particles,
Yeah.
microplastics. And where do they go? Right into your food.
Ugh, okay. So switch to wood or bamboo cutting boards only.
Wood or bamboo,
Yeah.
immediately. And while you're at it, ditch the Teflon and any nonstick pans.
The PFAS connection again.
Exactly. Those coatings contain key FAS chemicals. When you heat them, especially high heat, they can release toxic fumes and particles. Not good. Switch to stainless steel, cast iron, or pure ceramic cookware.
Okay, cutting boards and cookware swapped. What are the sneaky sources, the things we don't expect? Cans. Soup cans, bean cans.
Yep, and even those innocent-looking aluminum cans of sparkling water or soda, most cans are lined with a thin layer of plastic, often an epoxy resin that can contain things like BPA.
No way. I thought cans were metal.
They are, but the lining is plastic to prevent the metal from reacting with the food or drink. So limiting canned goods is another tough but important step.
Wow. Okay, what else?
Dishwasher pods. You know the ones wrapped in that thin film that dissolves?
Yeah.
That film is often PVA, a type of plastic. It dissolves, yes, but it releases microplastics into the wastewater and potentially leaves residue on your dishes. Look for powder or plastic-free pod alternatives.
Okay, dishwasher pods are out. I feel like plastic and microwaves are a bad combo.
Worst combo. Never, ever heat food in plastic in the microwave. Ever. That includes microwave popcorn bags. Those bags are lined with plastic chemicals that leach into the popcorn when heated.
Oh man, popcorn bags too. Okay, this is everywhere.
It really is. Let's talk grocery shopping and storage, some direct swaps.
Please, give us actionable swaps.
Okay, food storage. Switch completely from plastic containers to glass. Yes, it's an investment up front, but glass lasts way longer and doesn't leach chemicals.
Glass containers. Check. What's next?
Your salt. This one hurts. Regular ocean sea salt can actually contain microplastics because, well, our oceans are full of plastic.
Oh, come on. Even salt.
Afraid so.
They swipe.
Look for sea salt that comes from ancient seabeds, like Himalayan pink salt or Redmond real salt. These were formed before plastic pollution existed.
Ancient seabed salt. Got it. What about my morning coffee or tea?
Good question. Many standard paper coffee filters contain plastics to strengthen them. Look for certified biodegradable or unbleached filters. And tea bags. A lot of them, especially the fancy silky pyramid ones, are made of nylon or PET plastic. They release billions of microplastic particles when steeped in hot water.
Billions from a tea bag.
Yep. Look for brands that use natural, plastic-free materials like organic cotton or paper and make sure they're staple-free. Or just use loose-leaf tea.
Oh, leaf tea. Okay.
Water bottles.
Stainless steel. Ditch the plastic ones for good. Carry your own filtered water in a stainless steel bottle. Easy swap.
And cleaning supplies. Sponges.
Most kitchen sponges are basically plastic foam. They break down, shed microplastics. Opt for natural cellulose sponges, loofahs, or bamboo scrubbers instead.
Okay, kitchen's getting a makeover. What about personal care? Where's the plastic hiding there? Toothbrushes are obvious, but even with bamboo ones, check the bristles. Many have bamboo handles, but nylon, plastic bristles. Look for ones with bamboo or natural fiber bristles if you can find them. Dental floss, usually nylon. Look for silk or bamboo alternatives.
Floss too. Wow, okay. Anything else?
For women, conventional tampons and pads often contain plastics, synthetic fibers, and chemical residues. Switching to 100% organic cotton tampons or pads, or using reusable options like menstrual cups is a big step.
Organic cotton. Got it. Baby bottles for parents listening.
Glass bottles are definitely the way to go instead of plastic. The nipple is trickier, obviously, but pure silicone is generally considered a better, more stable option than latex or traditional plastic nipples.
Okay, that's a lot of swaps. But they all make sense when you think about reducing that constant low-level exposure.
Exactly. It's about lowering the overall burden. When you connect all these dots, the internal cleanup with sleep and fasting, boosting your glutathione, supporting your liver, and radically cutting down daily exposure through these swaps, you're taking real control.
It shifts the focus, doesn't it? Away from just worrying about pollution out there to actively managing our internal environment.
Precisely. And this brings us to a really crucial point about what prevention actually means.
How so?
We often hear about prevention in medicine, but usually it means screenings like a mammogram or a colonoscopy. The goal there is to catch a disease early so it can be treated.
Right. Early detection.
Which is important.
Yeah.
But it's not true prevention. That's early treatment. True prevention is stopping the damage from happening in the first place. It's reducing the toxic load before it triggers disease.
So all these steps we've talked about, filtering water, changing cookware, sleeping well, fasting occasionally, that's actual prevention.
That is actual prevention.
Right.
You're investing in avoiding the cellular damage down the line by taking action now, even if it requires some uncomfortable changes.
It really puts the power back in our hands, doesn't it, instead of just waiting and hoping.
It absolutely does.
Okay, so considering how plastic is basically woven into everything, our food, water, floss, even our tea bags, here's the final thought for you listening. What's the single easiest plastic item in your daily routine, the one you use without thinking, that you're going to banish starting tonight? Find that one thing, make the swap, and just start.
One step at a time. That's how the cleanup begins.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.